So this is the story of how a much smaller musical managed to outperform a big musical written by a famous Broadway writer at the Edinburgh Fringe 2008. So this is Plague the Musical, and it is the musical that I wrote with my friend David Massingham, and we took it to the Edinburgh Fringe, and we spent about £20,000 on it, which was all the money we had at the time. So it pretty much bankrupted us. If we hadn't sold enough tickets, we would have had nothing. And at that same Edinburgh Fringe Festival in 2008, there was another musical that was much, much bigger than us. It was from someone who had already written South Park and would go on later to write the Book of Mormon as Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And it was Cannibal the Musical, which has a fantastic fan film online on YouTube, which you can watch. And this was much, much more famous than us. And the problem was, though, that Cannibal the Musical had not spent any money on marketing. We had spent £1,000 for Plague on the Edinburgh Fringe magazine. We had flyering, we had flyers going out. Our cast was flyering every day. So we were very, very visible. But when we were there, we noticed that Cannibal the Musical didn't really have any visible marketing. They hadn't got an advert in the magazine, they didn't have any flyering going on, and maybe they were just relying on word of mouth. They had a much, much bigger theatre than us as well. They had a 500-seat theatre, we had just a 100-seat theatre. So their budget must have been massively, massively bigger than us. Obviously, they also had to pay for the rights for this famous musical, Cannibal the Musical, written by a famous, writer. So they must have spent the world. And we actually went to see the show, my co-writer and I, and we went into this 500-seat auditorium, and there were about 10 people there. I don't know, maybe other nights it was much more full. Our musical was not full every night. We had some nights where it was full. We had some nights, yeah, we probably also had 10 people. But we did make enough money back on our £20,000 budget to almost get to back to zero. So we didn't lose too much money. So the case study here is just that you do have to do marketing. It's so important at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And that's why we did okay. If you would like to read the novelized version of Plague the Musical, there is a novel. I've just released Plague, Shadow of the Rat King, and you can check it out on Amazon. It's really funny. It's about the undertaker who started the Great Plague of London to save his dying business. Check it out.